Hey guys, welcome to Good News York. It's Monday. We're almost awake. We've got piles of coffee.
Yeah, a lot of it.
2 pots already, but we haven't even started the show. I'm Matt Major from Growth Mode Content, joined by my Vanilla Ice lookalike contest winner, Mikey B.
The fuck? That's all right. That's how we're starting the week.
I was trying to come up with a good lookalike, and that's the first one that popped in my head. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment.
Real nice, baby. Anyway,
he's got a huge career. You see, he's like into house flipping now.
Oh yeah, dude. I met him at the Last Unicorn in Syracuse once, when he was signing autographs. Remember when he came back out with the ice,
I got his autograph.
the heavy metal version? It was
Fire
me and
and
Andy Lamica of all people. It was
Fire
me
and
and
Ice.
Fire and Ice. Okay, I can't believe you remember the name.
It was
borderline genius or pathetic.
half hardcore, half rap. The album.
I didn't know that. I thought the whole thing was hardcore.
No. It was half and half.
Jesus.
There was an Ice Ice Baby, the original version, and then a hardcore version on the same album.
Yeah, I met him.
I
He was
saw
nice,
him touring for that.
nice guy. And I said, one day I want to
guy.
be on a podcast and look like you. And here we are.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But enough about me and Vanilla Ice.
We're scaring away the sponsor.
Yeah, we have a sponsor, dude.
We
Tell
do.
everybody. Come on.
We do. This is very exciting. Good News York has now. To be fair, our clients at Growth Mode Content are technically the ones that make this possible, right? They
yes,
pay the
absolutely.
bills. They're the ones that are footing the bills. But as we're growing, we're getting exposure, and we're going well beyond that, and we're able to bring in other businesses because we can bring those businesses value.
Yep.
And that is why our buddy Zach, who you may have met before if you're a fan of the show, he's back.
He is back. Zach is back.
And he's now a sponsor of Good News York.
Dude, Zach Attack, you are back. And you are a sponsor. That's right. Ads on the go.
I call him Vanilla Ice, and he starts rapping. I love it.
Yo, check out the mic. Or I don't remember.
All right, quit while you're...
Yeah, all right. Anyway,
How are you, buddy?
we'll light up the stage and watch.
Doing great. I'm doing even better now than I get
Yeah?
ice, right?
First of all, welcome to the show. Second of all, thanks for being our sponsor. Because, I mean, that feels so cool because now we can say, welcome to Good News York, sponsored by Ads on the Go.
That's it.
Did I do it right?
I think so. Ask him.
Is that right?
Well,
I mean, yeah, you're the guy.
Sounds right.
Okay. Ads on the Go. Talk about Ads on the Go. Remind us, because you were on the show before. You have taken a concept that's been around for the beginning of time. Science. But you've done it digitally. Let's talk about it. What do you got?
So we have a big, giant digital mobile billboard. It's on a truck, right? Regular Ford Transit box truck.
Yep.
And we just drive it in front of people all day at local events in the highest traffic areas of greater Syracuse area. Wherever it is, we're driving your message right in front of your people where they can't miss it. They can't skip it. And we're just getting attention for your business all day. And now we're going to be getting attention for you guys and your guys' clients.
I'm so excited for that.
So
I mean,
excited.
we're excited for us, but we're excited for our clients too, because as Matt said, they really are our rock stars here. You know, we're able to do this show because of them.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we have been thankful that, you know, them just having podcasts with us has allowed us to grow. You know, the people watching their stuff and they see Good News York. Now we're going to be on a digital truck. I mean,
Dude, I'm
This is cool as
very, very excited. And, you know, like we talked about, we're going to be able to promote our Growth Mode Content clients.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn about their podcasts on the side of this truck driving around town. But you're also, I'm a little extra excited because you're going to be promoting our business.
Absolutely.
So Growth Mode Technologies, Growth Mode Content, the different things that we do. I feel like when you get a billboard, that's like the next level in business.
100%.
You know? To me, like, I don't want to say you've made it, but you've definitely made it to the next level.
It's the equivalent of, like, I've always said, bands are like, oh, I'll know we've made it when we're playing Madison Square Garden. When I had a band, I said, no, you know you've made it when your song is featured in a karaoke list. And I feel like that's the equivalent. You know what I mean? You made it on a billboard. It doesn't sound sexy. It's sexy as hell, man.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And we're on a digital billboard. You got to see this truck.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, this is incredible. And you know, everybody's seen nowadays digital billboards on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's that attached to a truck.
It's cool.
On 3 sides, which I think is super cool. When you're first talking about this, I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, they sandwich these things on the big sides of the truck. Even the rear hatch is a screen.
That's the crazy part is most of the competition or most of the people who are doing the same thing,
Yeah.
they don't do the back screen. And it's one
Yeah.
of the craziest things I just can't wrap my head around because that is the moneymaker. When we're sitting in standstill traffic and you're just...
Are you sure?
Right?
Did you say you were shitting in standstill traffic?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on
I mean,
how
because
long
that
you're
helps.
sitting there.
No, but you're right. I mean, think about that. Might be the best. Honestly, the rear might be the best advertisement.
When you're behind it, it's what
when
you're looking at head
stuck
on.
the whole time. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is phenomenal. Now you say competition. Is there a lot of competition for this?
Companies. There's one out in there's one out in Buffalo. There's
Okay.
New York City has them.
Oh, okay.
Vegas. The big cities have these trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, predominantly we're one of the only ones in central New York.
That's what I thought,
There's
yeah.
one up north, but we're the only ones who do this type of model, who do this
Yeah.
in advertising. We really, I mean, we just came off the last 2 weeks. We've had 6 local parades. So, I mean, we try to do a lot of fun community event type stuff with it.
That's-
I mean, the parades are so fun too because we'll have 4 people just, their only job is to throw candy at kids. All right. That's all you're doing all day long.
That's the
It's
best
just-
gig.
Yeah. And ideally at the ground, not at the
Well, yeah.
Unless you're gonna wear like a competition shirt.
Sure.
It's a different story.
That is a different story.
Oh, but that's always fun. That's one of my favorite uses for it.
I used to throw C batteries at kids, but apparently that's frowned upon.
Well, you know, flashlights have gotten smaller.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Tell us a little bit about Zach, the business. It's grown a little bit in
Yeah.
the short time since we've seen you last, right?
Absolutely, it has. I mean, I could not be more grateful for the people who have gotten on the truck and shown the support, and for other people around the community like you guys who give us, that opportunity to spread our message. I mean, I can't say enough about how much of an amazing community this is. Just, it's, I don't know. It's hard to come up with the words for it because it's just when it happens and when it works for you and you look back at it, it's one of the craziest things ever. And I'm still going through it, I'm
Yeah.
still only 3-4 months into it. So it's
Which is
still
wild
hard.
to me.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's really hard to be able to sit back and look at it and be like, "Man,
Yeah.
we've gotten to a great point here."
Well, I mean, one of the reasons it's working is because of you, right?
Absolutely.
And that's the whole point of our content endeavor here is to really let people meet the people. But I can't tell you, man, how many folks, referred me to you or how many folks talked well of you in other rooms? And I mean that honestly.
Thank
And then
yourself
we
some credit.
mentioned when we had you or talking about you, folks, everybody who's met you has nothing but kind words and they're really excited to see you succeed. And that's the type of thing that, people love, man. You're doing everything right.
Yeah, and as far as the community thing, it's funny you say that because us too, we've only been at this 5-6 months at this point. It feels like it's been years, It's been a great journey so far, but it's been a lot. And I think a lot of that is, there's so much division out there, right? And so much controversy that you forget about how great of a community this is and how many great communities are out there that, at the end of the day, people need people, man. And we all want the same things, whether we know it or not. So, I love that you said that because it just reminds you of that, there's still community out there. There's still people
It's one of the most reassuring things to know that, especially in a place like this, if you just do the right thing and you try to help other people, it comes back to you.
100%.
And, it's not always the easiest thing to do, right? But it is very reassuring. I mean, we live in an awesome area here, and
I
coming
agree.
from a different area, it's the most incredible thing to come to this environment. And be able to benefit off of it and be able to help other people and be able to get help from other people.
And remind us again. I mean, because you're like, what, 14? You're like so young, I forget.
21.
21. You may as well be 14.
Yeah.
When did you, tell us how.
Bro had a business before he could drink.
Yeah, I know. For real, dude.
Wild.
Better not have any beer in that box truck. Tell us, how did this idea come about again? Remind us, because, when I was your age, and I can't speak for Matt, but I would assume, I wasn't fucking thinking about starting a business. You know what I mean?
You did have an entrepreneurial endeavor that involved a U-Haul at one point, though.
Oh, God, do we need to? That's right. You reminded me of that on social media.
Yeah, that just came.
What was your post? Say what your post was.
It was a K-Rockathon.
Yeah.
About 800 years ago when the tickets were $10. But the biggest adventure, this was at Vernon Downs, right?
Yeah.
That's where they had the best of all the K-Rock.
That was the best.
In the parking lot, somehow not even far from where we had parked. Everybody's partying, they're doing whatever. And you walk down and you see this U-Haul truck. And they got a keg inside, and then they got a dude sitting on the roof with a funnel that goes from the roof of the thing down to the ground. And I don't know what you were charging, but you were charging folks to do I don't know how many beers might have fit in one.
He posted that the other day. I forgot about it. He goes, he shared the K-Rockathon post. He's like, I remember when Mike was on the roof of a U-Haul selling beers and just just pouring funnels.
Yeah.
Dude, I've got a drag. I used to sneak backstage at every concert. I used to have this company through eBay of all places make me. One year I got a backstage pass, a real one, because the bass player
from
a
fake credentials company on eBay.
Yeah. The bass player from Finger 11 was like against the guardrails signing autographs, and he goes, "If anyone can find me a bag of weed, I'll give you a backstage pass." Now, looking back, I think he was looking for a woman,
Sure.
Because I went and found some and I brought it to him, and he was like, "Oh, all right, here's your pass." And so I went back there and I've hung out with so many bands on their buses. Whatever band I was in at the time, I'd give them my demo. I was on stage with these bands. Like when the guy from Boy Hits car jumped, I was on the stage, and I have all that.
The car hit him.
Well, that was the name of his band. Boy almost hit the ground, but luckily the crowd caught him. It was actually legendary. You can look it up. But anyway, my point is, I have all that footage on 8mm tape, and I need to dig that out and edit through that stuff and play it on the show.
I would love to see.
But oh my God, dude! So from that year forward, I found this company that would take the basis of the pass that I got that year, and they would just update it. And then send it to me. I would send them.
You had an original, so you knew what to work with.
Right. And all you had to do was just walk by and be like, "Hey, well, what time is I'm in whatever, the X's. We go on at 3. Do you know what stage that? Yeah, right through there. You just got to look confident.
Yeah.
Clipboard and an earpiece.
That's it, man.
Anyway, we went on a tangent.
Really is.
Sorry.
That's almost everything right there. That actually ties it right back to the question that you asked, though.
Right. We're interviewing you.
No, because I had, that was literally almost to the point. Is I literally was, again, being 21, I'm only here because of persistence and confidence.
100%.
Like I knew what I was doing, 100%. Or at least trying to learn what I knew what I was doing. There was 2 people who started this business. I had nothing to do with it. There were these 2 people in 2018. They started it. There was a franchising side of it, a manufacturing side of the business, and there was a local market business like I have right now.
Uh-huh.
And, I was in JCC at the time, community college up north. I was serving at a diner, and there was some networking events, and I borrowed a suit from our community college closet.
That's amazing.
I still have it to this day, and it fits a little bit better, but it was like up to my knuckles, and it was terrible that I even went in the public with it, like down to my shoes and everything about it. It looked terrible, and I didn't even have a tie. I had a black dress shirt, so I just looked like an overgrown preacher. Because I literally, it was bad. I had it buttoned right up to it too. And whatever, I introduced myself to the people at 3, 4, 5 different networking events. They needed a salesperson. All right, so they emailed my advisor. I got into contact with them. I went in the next day. They hired me right on the spot to do sales. And they told me 50% commission because they were going under at the time. Like they were,
Gotcha.
They already started.
Yeah.
50% commission.
God
They
damn.
regretted that instantly.
Yeah.
It was I think it was a month and a half. I sold 72 of them in Watertown, New York.
They didn't think you'd sell like that.
Oh, it was after 25 that they cut my commission down.
Did they really?
Like,
wait a minute. Like, we need to rethink.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was a 19-year-old kid coming from college, never done sales, never done anything, and I had a buddy too, who moved here with me to continue and start this business, and he was doing it with me, and I just don't think they were kind of like, hey, like last minute, let's just try it. Let's see if they can dig us out of this hole. So a week into it, I watched everybody leave. They all got fired.
Oh wow.
They had 20 people building the trucks. I mean, they literally had 24 trucks in that parking lot.
Because their model wasn't just the advertising like you're talking about. They were also just making the thing.
Yes, they were manufacturing and franchising, and they sold 26 of them. in 1 year, but that was way, way too fast to grow.
Gotcha.
You cannot sustain that with the amount of employees that
Sure.
they had. And then it got to the point where it was, one of them wasn't comfortable putting any more money into it. He was the one who brought the money.
Sure.
The serial entrepreneur. He was
That'll
the
happen.
older gentleman who brought all the, all that side of it. And, from there, it was just the manufacturing defaulted, the franchising shut down. I sold 70, I think it was 72 or 76 in the first month and a half in the same timeline. All these people operating in Florida, they were operating in Texas, they were operating in Las Vegas. There were some more in North Carolina, whatever. They're big cities. They didn't even sell 30 in that same time span. So the training wasn't there either. There was something that they were also COVID entrepreneurs. There were some people who were like, hey, I got money. I want to be an entrepreneur. They spend the money.
Didn't really know what that was about.
They only had their truck out 2 hours a day or whatever.
Yeah.
So right then and there, the other partner bought out the local market, and it was just me and him and a couple of drivers. So from there, we started again. It's Watertown. We did it. It was going good. And then we decided if we're going to get anywhere, or if we want to go anywhere, we have to go to Cicero. We have to go to Syracuse. We have to go somewhere outside of this 25,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a very small market, Watertown.
Wow. So is Ads on the Go not your bit? Like, is that your business?
It's mine.
Okay.
Pixelit is what I started.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was actually a couple different names. It was Running Boards Marketing, and then it was Pixelit when the old partner bought them out and they stopped doing the franchising, and it was just me and him in the local market. And again, we kind of decided that we had to do something if we wanted to continue to grow the business. You can only grow so much, but it was also a very proven concept to say if we can succeed in Watertown, New York, we could probably succeed a lot of other places.
Yeah, I would say so.
Absolutely.
There's not much going on there. And so we kind of just dreamed it up one day, and we're like, next Monday, let's start going to Cicero. Let's just start in Cicero. Let's not go all the way into Syracuse. Let's go in this little nice, high traffic suburb area. And just started driving down. I was driving down from Clayton, so, hour and a half trip here every day. It took about 3 days. It worked. Got, I think it was 20 sales in the first 3 days. It was something crazy. And we're like, all right, let's find an apartment. So not even thinking about it. I've never even lived anywhere but up north. I just found the first apartment that said I can move in tomorrow. And I would have picked such a different apartment.
Did you wear the oversized suit when you were looking at it to make sure you looked like a reputable tenant?
By then, I had enough money to buy a Kohl's $49 ounce.
Dude, I love Kohl's suits. I don't care. They're great. 100%. Love Kohl's. Shout out Kohl's.
Especially when you can steal one of your family members' Kohl's cash.
The only thing I don't like about Kohl's is when you get done, they're like, hey, you saved $190 today. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Yeah. You just marked things down. Stop lying to me.
I always love that line.
Show me how much you made. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of sales, though, so you sold an exorbitant amount of these trucks, more than other salesmen. What was your strategy? Did you have a specific strategy that you were like, you know what, I know how I'm going to sell this damn thing?
I love emotion. I love passion. I love excitement. So when I pull up, like my whole strategy is pulling up with their business on there for a cold call. And on a good day, when I have a driver, I can hit, 20, 15 businesses a day, especially in those times. Now it's a little dwindled with all the extra responsibilities and stuff. But I would always take the time to put up their ad, put up a mock ad, their logo, and that way it's just
they can see it.
It's the easiest thing in the world.
I would imagine.
Because at the very least, usually they're coming out and taking pictures of it.
Yep.
They're, oh, look at this, look at this. Usually I walk in, they're already there looking at it, excited. There's only been like one or two times where there's been one time where they're like, oh, you can't use my branding or whatever. And we are protected under cold call law, but whatever, that one time out of the 1,000 cold calls I've made, I'll take it all day.
Who does that?
How dare you get free?
I love. Excuse me, sir.
People are
how dare
you know what?
Promote my business.
Now that I'm thinking about it, the first time you were on the show, you rolled up with our Good News York logo,
which I believe it to be out there right now.
And guess what? We now have officially announced it worked because now you are officially a sponsor of Good News York. Ads on the Go.
I mean, it's solid.
Do you have to cap your clients? Because there's only so much time in the day, right? How does that work with scheduling, right? Like,
Yeah. So I
or is that a
definitely
dumb question? I don't know.
No, it's a great question.
I cap the amount of ads we have on there not because of contractual agreements, not because of this or that, but because I want effectiveness for my product. I'm not going to have someone pay for an ad and show up every 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no value in that. I'm going to find another event or a different outlet for your, for your marketing. Our subscription is Monday through Friday, and that's why we open up the weekends so we can do different things to expand our model and to offer different offerings. So we do cap it to a certain point, but only when I believe it's getting, like, I just won't take money and not provide value.
Yeah.
There has to be value there.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a very, very good balance that I get to where we're making enough money so we can grow and expand, and we're also providing great value to these businesses. Because I'm an overperformer. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I would like to do double that, or at least, So that's my favorite thing to do.
It's the way you
to
succeed,
exceed
man.
Expectations.
You're
Under
impressive.
Under promise and over deliver.
Absolutely.
That's
Matt's lived
what I've
by
been
that.
taught.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
We've lived by that.
At what point in your plan do you hit expanding to more trucks in different areas, things like that?
So I think, especially after the incredible lessons I got watching, a few entrepreneurs in this specific business.
Yeah.
Like what I said, when I was running boards and when I was Pixel It, I got an incredible opportunity to learn firsthand about growing too fast and about over leveraging.
Sure.
So my intention is to never grow with debt, I hope, again, because I did see the stress that it brought, and it's a very difficult thing to maintain when the worst case scenario in the world happens. So I plan for a slower growth, but I also see where there's opportunities for faster growth in different realms of it. I see a lot of people running those, even the aero boards all over the place, and I can build, and I have built the same exact size sign and sold them to a company like the YMCA, where it's the same capabilities as my truck, but on, a screen on a trailer, right on an aero board trailer.
So those ones you've seen, it's almost like they take a flatbed and they just strap a sign to it, or a screen rather, in the middle of it, sort of thing.
Yes. Gotcha. So I think there's opportunities for different things, whether it's the signs, whether it's the billboards.
So you still have the capabilities, and you're still in the business of building these things, sounds like?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So I fixed, we've built the company itself before it was ads on the go.
Yeah.
We did a lot of large signs in like the city of Watertown. We did one for Karate John's in Cicero. And now I still go around helping a few of the local fire departments, Karate John's, in different areas with their signs, because it's kind of one of those things where not a lot of people know that technology, and the ones who know that technology are going to charge you an insane amount.
And it's all that similar, like it's very modular, right? Like we were looking at the back of your truck.
Yes.
To make up that big screen is a bunch of squares of smaller units, right?
Absolutely. It'd be exactly what I have there on a smaller scale, smaller generator, or plugged right into your,
I mean, really, our big screen here is a bigger version of that, except, where we've got 6 panels. Your individual panels are much smaller, right?
Yes.
To tile them together.
Absolutely. But, with the signs, you can play around with the better qualities, the worse qualities.
I see.
It's just one of those things that I really only started getting a little bit into helping fix some of the signs, because I learned how much those people were charging to repair those signs.
Oh, sure.
And the profit margins on them are just absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it is incredible.
Well, it's a niche thing.
Yeah, it is.
Just like anything else. If you're the guy or the company that is the one in town,
I feel like
you can charge anything, right?
There's some industries like that. I'm sure you know that in IT.
Sure.
Where you could just talk to people and they'll believe you.
Oh, yeah. Dude, every year I get my dryer vent cleaned. And every year I never remember who I used the year before, and I Googled dryer vent cleaner, because it's a very niche, you know what I mean? At least in my world it is. And it's like, I think they've got the market cornered, because I don't know how to do it.
Isn't that the worst, though, when you don't know what they're
I
talking
spent
about?
$20 and
like,
bought the dryer lint cleaner from Amazon.
Oh, there
Took
you
it
go.
to a drill.
It's got to be AI
Still haven't
dryer
done it.
cleaner.
Probably a year ago. Sitting in the package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot you bought it.
You'd be surprised the number of things that are new in the package around my house.
Yeah. He just bought 6 bags of golf clubs I had to go pick up in Corning, New York.
Those weren't brand new.
No, they were
What
used.
was the story with that? Because I did see that.
Dude,
So
I love
we have been
so
talking
much.
about me learning how to play golf. I've never actually played a round of golf. We talk about me learning how to play golf, and I have this bizarre addiction to auction sites.
Oh,
Which I get.
that's fair.
I did too for
Specifically, like weird, not like eBay, but like weird government auction
Yeah.
type of random
It's
shit.
fun.
That is-
Yeah, and I just happened to see an auction for 5 bags of golf clubs,
It's 5 or 6, yeah.
and I paid $90.
The newest club is from 1947, and there's nothing wrong with that.
They're vintage as hell.
But it's so funny because it would be like me being like, you know what, Matt, I think I want to get into like IT. And then I go out and buy like 32 desktop computers to start with.
that's not.
You'd be like,
that's
what?
not normal.
Well, I guess in your world it is. But it's phenomenal.
I love that first step of action, though. It's a,
Yeah.
you know, like
But I make fun of them, but at the same time I get it because I was an eBay whore. Actually, you know who I was?
He'd understand. My wildest purchases. I bought a bus once on the auction site.
Oh,
Like a nursing home bus. It had the wheelchair lift and stuff.
that's great.
And
I was in a band.
I paid $600 for it, by the way. But at the time, that was my last $600. So after I won it in the auction, it was in Waterloo. And I called around to find a tow company to just have it delivered to my house in Syracuse. And the tow was going to be $900. And
More than the.
yeah, more than I paid, but also more importantly, more than I had at the time.
Yeah, sure.
So I ended up just going to get it and driving it home to myself. And then it sat in my driveway because I got real paranoid that if I was out driving the thing and it broke down, I couldn't afford to have it towed home.
Right.
You know?
It's amazing.
So it sat there for a while. I had big plans. That was going to be a mobile podcast studio. And then I found a company out west that makes a bolt-in kit to turn it into like a party van.
Oh,
Sick.
I'm like, this is pretty neat. But still, I was just so paranoid about it. I put it for sale, and these 2 dudes from New York City rode a bus up from New York City and came with a plate, handed me cash, and drove it home.
How much you sell it for?
$2,500.
Get the fuck.
God.
Yep.
Dude, I can't make fun of you for that. That's you
No, I-
flipped it without touching it.
I did.
Without
I
touching
made
it.
money on it, but at the time it was, yeah, and you can imagine how excited my wife was. Honey, I bought a bus.
sure, yeah. What the fuck are we gonna do with a bus?
Man, that's such a good deal, though. $600 for a bus.
Dude, my wife's mad that I had a Pee Wee Herman bobblehead show up the other day. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, leave me alone. I like these things." Okay.
That's in trend.
I'm the guy that back in the day, Daddy. No, okay. Back in the day, I was a whore for those infomercials, man.
yeah, okay.
And I got my first credit card, and the first thing I bought was
you actually bought this?
yeah. Like, remember the
just
belt that
watched
you would
them.
wear, and it would give you abs? It would do this. All it did was electrocute me and burn my stomach.
yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm burning the fat. I guess I don't know, but
It's a
anyway,
legit medical thing. But
what the hell are we
not-
talking
We're a
about?
sucker for shortcuts.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here with Zach from Ads on the Go, who is our sponsor. Enough about.
Zach, before we get out of here, let's tell folks again, if they want to advertise with you,
Yeah.
what's the procedures? How do they get in touch with you, and what should they know?
Oh, man. Well, what they should know is that, especially with our price point starting at $349, I can guarantee you
That's incredible.
that
$350, $349.
absolutely.
For how long?
We're here for small businesses. That's for a whole month. We have different
Holy
packages depending on how often you want to show up. That's really what we put it on to. But we make it so that every business, or we'll fit every business's budget.
Yeah.
Because we want to be an asset to the community. We want to be a resource for a business looking to spread their message.
And just for comparison, regular on the side of the road billboards
nuts.
typically start around 3,000.
Absolutely.
That's
And they're
nuts.
one place,
Right.
all the way up there, out of the field of vision. You know, you really got to strain your neck to look at that thing. But,
Yeah.
you know, the one thing with us is that I can guarantee you for $349, there will be no other company that can get as many eyes as your business as we can. I mean, we are driving past hundreds of thousands of cars a day.
Do you have the same route every day, or do you change it up? How does that work?
Predominantly, it's the same route because the traffic on Route 11 and 31, that intersection right there, the intersection down in Sweetheart Corners, and even down into Mattydale, it is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
We've gotten some of the best returns off of that route, so I genuinely
great.
stick to what
Sure, if
works
it's working.
best for us. But we will hit the 3157 down there in Liverpool
wow.
Clay. There is some busy traffic out there. We got some clients out there who want that specific target market.
Now, do you have any sort of a line where you say I can't do? Like, what if I said, "Hey Zach, I'm gonna give you $350, and for a month, I want you to have Matt's picture, and it says Matt slaps babies." Would you do that? Because I want to do
It
that.
depends on how tasteful the picture
Right,
is.
that wasn't
if it's
very
like
tasteful.
a Photoshop.
I'm talking like a very nice, like where he's kind of.
Now, I might do that, but if it's like a picture of him slapping a baby,
No,
probably
no.
not.
Yeah.
Well, that would entail that you would actually have to slap the
that-
baby.
That's actually an interesting question, though. Have you had non-businesses? Somebody that's throwing a 50th birthday or something.
Or
like
a
that
"Will you
once.
marry me"? Have you had one of those yet?
I did that myself. I proposed to
that's
my
right.
fiance.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Of course you
I'll
did.
show you pictures after. I literally, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I wanted to propose.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
yeah.
also wanted the content.
Yes, yes. You find a way to
It
do
was
both.
One of those things.
Sweetie, smile big. This is going to pay for things.
Yeah, yeah. Just say yes, and then you can tell me no after we're done filming.
If you ever want a house, you got to make this look awesome.
Smile.
Or else we're living in this truck.
Take 7,
Yeah.
Make it look real this time. No, but it actually was one of those funny, like just timing of life moments to where, I was trying to get the investors in on this business for 6 months. I was away from it. So 6 months, I was just consistently, I didn't have a full-time
Wow.
job. I was just trying to get someone to go in on this with me. And I've been with my fiance for 5 years. I met her in
Oh, wow.
high school. We had a little bit of time apart. We found each other again.
Love it.
And it worked out to where I got the ring and we bought the truck on the same weekend. So
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, I can't not use it.
Yeah.
And it was her birthday.
What a way to
So like it was
dude.
just all those
The universe was like, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Time.
all right, time.
All right. What a way to break it in.
That's
I'm convinced
awesome,
she
man.
only said yes because it was on the truck. But,
But have you had other businesses?
Good thing it worked. Right?
Like, or not? Have you had other people do stuff like that?
We've done April Fool's Day before.
That's
we've
a
done,
good
we've
one.
done weddings. We've done. We've even had us hooked up to a photo or a photo booth so that everyone's pictures are playing right there. Then we
Oh,
have music
cool.
playing, and even Mario Kart parties. Fun
Yes,
stuff.
Danny Tripodi, our
That's where it
gaming
gets
whiz.
That
Yeah,
might be,
that was like a parking lot party, man. We're gonna have to think that.
So I'll just tell you a little behind the curtains. One of the things we're doing advertising with them, but also Zach is hooking us up with a couple hours of whatever we come up with.
That's dangerous.
So we could have him park somewhere.
just heard
We
about
could
my
maybe
baby
do that
slapping.
Mario thing. We could
have you slapped babies on April
know,
Fools?
have him park in front of your house and just says Mike's an asshole.
I like that.
There's already people that do that, but that's fine. I mean, I'm down.
the neighbors
down
pay
to
for
make
that
it digital.
separately. And
Yeah, trust me, the whole neighborhood will invest.
yeah.
They're all happy I quit drinking. I remember the last night I drank was the Bills beat the Seahawks, and I ran shirtless with a flag through the entire neighborhood. And then later that night I quit drinking. But anyway, Zach,
Not even joking. That's
no, I'm not. Ads on the go, and you are on the go.
Oh,
it's, do you have, before we go, one, because you just made me think of this, do you have like any sort of vision for where this could go beyond just the digital advertising? Are you already thinking about, like you mentioned, video games and food truck, all that stuff?
Well, I think obviously the way it's going right now is they're getting technology in general. It always has a way of getting cheaper,
Sure.
better. So right now we're kind of seeing it improve even more in terms of the price and what it costs to make them. A couple of years or 2018, I think it was $300,000. They got a custom built one for. Today I can get a 165 from Midwest right now.
That's after the vehicle's bought?
That's everything included,
All in.
but it's it's a express. So like ours is more, you're talking the higher 100,
Yep.
190 or whatever. So I think as it keeps getting cheaper and as it keeps getting cheaper, you're going to see this technology in
Sure.
these companies everywhere. I mean, why would you not? Marketing evolves.
Right.
We evolve as people to ignore the things that we've seen for decades.
It's the same way everyone has cameras now, right? Because, you know what I mean? Or
Uh,
podcasting,
I bought a desktop monitor for $70 yesterday.
Yeah.
That was
Dude, that was-
10 years ago. That would be a pretty penny. And I see when it gets cheaper and when it gets to that 100,000 mark, I really think they're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't they?
And you'll be able to say you started.
All
before
of
it was
that,
cool.
like you said, it's coming down, and what we're seeing is, we're just digitizing everything.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that was a static sign can now be an actual video screen, and
it's silly
what
not
can
to.
it do?
And we're getting lazier, and our attention span is getting shorter.
Sure.
And I don't see how that's ever going to change.
Yeah.
In terms of unless we did something insanely different, it's not going to change.
I mean-
we need to keep getting the consumer's attention.
Yeah.
And what other way can we do that and guarantee it? By putting something on wheels to where we can go wherever they are.
Yep.
And we'll
No,
love it.
I love it, man. I love it.
Now, real quick, but
Yeah.
there's a friend who him and I always shared this really interesting idea that
Love this already.
there's going to be, and this is more him, all right?
Uh-huh.
But we're going to have these glasses. You know how the future, a lot of
Sure.
people assume it's going to be the glasses.
Yep.
Like the Google
Whatever.
Glass thing.
Yep.
Well, I think that they're all going to be just screens. They're just going to be flat green screens. They're not going to be billboards. They're not going to be static signs, and they're going to adapt to whatever your target ad is.
Oh, I see.
So,
Almost
like if I'm
a-
driving
an
up the
AR
highway,
thing almost.
there's that. Yeah, say this is the green screen
Yep.
right here, and if you're a 80-year-old man, you might see a Viagra ad on there. Right?
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
If you're a younger guy, you might see a bar ad on there.
Yep.
Right? So it's going to adapt to
targeted advertising in public.
I hope that the information that they don't get that much information on us, but it probably. Why is it going to change?
Dude, you know how many auction sites are going to love you when you drive by? They're going to be like, Matt's coming. Quick, unload all of the auction sites. He'll buy it all.
What
That's
kind
amazing.
of crap can we hawk this guy?
Dude.
Yeah. I love it, man. Zach, ads on the go. Is it adsonthego.com?
Yes.
Awesome.
Get ads on the go.
GetAdsOnTheGo.com, but the company is Ads on the Go, our new sponsor for Good News
I
York.
love it.
Zach, you're amazing.
I
man.
love it.
We love you.
You're amazing.
Thank you for stopping by, my friend. And of course, as we talked about, anytime you want to come by and talk to us, we'll celebrate your new clients.
Easily.
All that stuff. And be on the lookout for our stuff.
Yeah.
Driving around on the side
We
of
gotta-
a kick-ass truck.
Yeah, we got to do something where we're going to interact with our listeners, viewers, and see if you see the truck, they do something. I don't know what that is yet.
Oh, I love
Preferably don't crash into it.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like if you see the truck, let us know, and then something.
We
The old
definitely got-
school.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
Love it. We'll work on it.
I like it.
Well, Zach, thank you for joining us, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you
Mike?
for being a sponsor, buddy.
It's Monday.
It's Monday, dude. We did it.
We got to go do some real work.
We got to
tonight,
do actually some work. Tomorrow's Tuesday News Day. We've got guests all week.
Yeah.
So I'm very
Good
excited about
stuff.
that. And yeah,
As well.
we will see you tomorrow, I guess.
All right.
On Good News York.
Peace out.